before I start this video, I just want to let you know that I always leave in the description below the video the materials that I use for each one of my projects. I do the best I can with that. My first videos I came out with, I didn't do so well at that, but now I do put links in the description below, and also comments. I do follow up on things I've done. Sometimes I put down below how it's going, if it's worked for me, if it's not, anything I would have changed about it. So sometimes I do that. I go in and do it maybe a year later or whenever. So keep an eye out for those comments in the description below, and feel free to leave comments to me or questions. I do my best to answer them. Thank you, and enjoy the video. Well, it's that time again to clean my roof on the RV. And what I do is every time I wash this trailer, probably about every 3 weeks, I just use a wash and wax, carnauba wax, on the trailer, on the sidewalls, and then on the roof. I use this soft bristle brush and a bucket, and I go ahead and just wipe it all down with this brush softly. Keeps it clean. And then once a year I do a good cleaning on it, and where I mix the in my bucket, I use Borax, and I use a cup of that, and then I use a 1/4 cup of baking soda, and then I use a 1/8 cup to a 1/4 cup of Dawn dish soap, and then just for fun, for color, I put this carnauba wash and wax in here just for some color. These are non-abrasive cleaners. So they recommend using Top Job or Spic and Span or something like that. And I looked all over for Spic and Span, but they just sell it online. So I'm gonna order some more next time. I was expecting to just go buy more down at the hardware store, but they don't have it. Nobody does. So once a year I do a good cleaning like this, and I use the hand brush here to hand brush it and rinse it off. And then when I'm done, I'll let it dry, and then I'll use this rubber roof treatment. It protects it from the UV rays. It says with the Alpha roof, you don't really need to put any protection on it, but I found if I do, it cleans a lot easier and stays clean. Right now there's just dust on it, and then the neighbor's trees dropping some stuff on my trailer just for a few weeks, and then it'll stop dropping it. But it's relatively clean, and you'll see when I'm done how much cleaner it is, and then I'll put that this rubber roof treatment on it. So let's get this thing started. I forgot to mention that I'm using the Borax in place of the Spic and Span this time around. So just to let you know, I prefer the Spic and Span, but we'll see how this works. I think this will work fine, but some reason I grew up with Spic and Span and kind of sticking to it that way. And make sure that you don't use chlorine on the roof. That's not good for this roof at all. I know some people, they use a little bit of chlorine and the Dawn dish soap on the awnings, which is okay. And I'll have a later video showing how I clean my awning and seal that for you. Okay, let's get going. I'm gonna get going washing this off of the roof. So before you use the soap, you want to get everything washed off. You want to wash everything off real well, get it all rinsed off. Get it all rinsed off, all the dirt washed down off of it, anything that'll wash off before I start using the soap. And then once you put the soap on, just be real careful on the roof, because it can become really slick and you don't want to fall. I'm going to get this washed down and then come back to you. So I'm going to get started now. I got it all rinsed off. I'm going to start on the back of the trailer and do here and just work my way down to the front of the trailer. I have the trailer sloping this way towards the street. I'm going to do this the top of the slide also. So I'm going to go ahead and get scrubbing here. This is hard to film this and scrub at the same time, so I'm going to give you an idea. I got all my ingredients mixed up. Here I wear gloves just to protect my hands. The roof is slightly wet and you can see a little bit of black in there. It's from dirt and I don't think it's really mold. So I get my brush all wet. I'm just going to go around and get the roof. I'm going to do the back portion here. I'm probably going to scrub like 3 feet down this way all the way across, 3 to 4 feet, and then I'm going to hose it off and then go to the next section and work my way down like I said. I've got this back side sudsed up back here to the air conditioner unit. I'm going to go ahead and rinse it off, and that is a lot cleaner. I took all that, even the little black marks off there. Really clean. I'm going to get this rinsed off. I'm just going to work my way to the front, and you can really see a big difference. I went right up to this point here where I'm shooting the water. Let's see if I get close here, you can see what it looks like. It looks a lot cleaner, and I didn't have to scrub much. So I'm going to put my phone down and stop filming, and then I'm going to wash off the side of the trailer right here, down the sides of it, so it doesn't streak the fiberglass panels. And then I'm going to get started going down on my way. Still going here, kind of see how it goes. Just circular motion. It says that. So I've got all this already. Running my way down. I'm almost done. You can sure see a difference in where I've done and where I haven't. I don't know if you can in this video, but I can tell a difference. That's not washed, and that's washed. Got it all washed off, and I used a gallon of water and then my soap concoction, and that's all I have left. So I'm going to go ahead and dump that out. I don't need it. I've done the slide and the whole roof. So now I'm just going to let this dry until tomorrow and then put my roof treatment on it. So till tomorrow. So here it is, a nice day. The next day, and it's around 65, 70 degrees here in California in April 2021. I've taken my leaf blower, blown all the loose debris off the roof. The roof is dry. Perfect conditions up here to apply this roof treatment on the roof here. So what I got is just a regular household sponge. It doesn't need to be curvy like this. It could be square. I just reused a sponge we had in the house. So this roof treatment, like I mentioned before, it goes on easy. It says apply it between 50 and 90 degrees. So we're good on the temperature. Make sure it's not too hot. Make sure you apply it evenly. And you put it on, you make sure you allow it to dry before walking on the roof. If you want to do a second coat of it, then let it dry for 24 hours before you do another coat on it. And you put this on about every 3 to 6 months, depending on the climate. So I probably do it every 3 to 4 months. You have to do it more often. It says if you're in climates with excessive moisture or heat and sun. So this this stuff, like I said, it works really well. I'm happy with it. It makes it so the roof cleans easier every time I wash it with just regular car soap, and it keeps it clean. So you saw how it wasn't really dirty before I started cleaning it with my concoction of chemicals. And so this stuff makes it so much easier to keep it clean than just putting nothing on it. So I'm going to get started. I'm just going to pour some of this out in this area and then just wipe it on evenly, starting from the front of the trailer and working back to the ladder back there. And then I'll let it dry. I might do one more coat. I'm not sure, depending what it looks like. So here I go. I'll show you how I do this. I'm just gonna film with one hand and try this with the other hand. So what I do is I just take this, I dump a little bit out like that, and then I just work it, start working it around with the sponge. And I just work it in. You can use a stand-up mop if you like, but I kind of prefer doing it this way, so I can just make sure I get every area. So I go ahead and do this, work it in, make sure I don't puddle it at all, and get it all covered. Try and do it as even as you can without making any big puddles or anything. So I'm going to keep going on the roof and come back to you in a little bit. Moving right along here, as you can see, and I'm not afraid to get it on my turn-up-on tape. It's going along. It's going pretty fast. So I've done this area in probably about 5 minutes or so. So right now I'm back to the antenna, working my way back. And before I get going on this part right here, I'm going to go ahead and get on top of my slide here and then come back and go across here. I got it all done here. Just so you know, that 1 gallon will last probably about 6 treatments, something like that. So, you know, it depends on how long in between applying it it'll last for you. But for me, it'll last a long time. I've decided just to do 1 coat on here because I worked it in real well with the sponge. I've never done 2 coats before, never had to. Right now, this area here, I just finished it maybe 5-10 minutes ago, and it's dry to the touch, and it's probably about 75 degrees right now. So it sets up pretty quick, but they say don't walk on it for 24 hours, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to let everything dry, the slide dry and everything, before I pull it in. I don't want to pull the slide in and that stuff get all over my rubber seals. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you don't, thumbs down. It's okay if you want to subscribe, go ahead and hit that bell icon to get notified of future videos that I come out with. So I hope you enjoyed this video. This is part of a 3-part series where I've done the roof, and then maybe in a week I'll come out with the awning, how I clean that and seal it. And then the RV itself, travel trailer, how I wash it and wax it. I want to keep this thing in the best shape I can. We paid a lot of money for it, and I want to make sure I maintain it. Just so you know, I keep a list below and links to all the products I use in my descriptions below the videos. So always look out for those, and just click on the link and you'll see what I use. Okay? Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great day and happy camping.